Lucy in disguise with diamonds. It's Lucy in disguise with diamonds. And I say to myself, what a wonderful day. It's breakfast with Bob. Chee-hoo.
Honcho Man! Welcome, everybody. It is our championship edition of Breakfast with Bob, and we're here at beautiful Four Seasons Resort, Hualalai, brought to you by HOKA, One, Polar, Halo Neuroscience, Velofix. Today's plan, a Normatec and Triathlete magazine, our next guest. She actually went faster than any woman has ever gone before. Yesterday, she went 8:36:34, except there was Daniela Ryf in front of her, but second place for the second year in a row. She's unbelievable. Please give it up for Lucy Charles. There's something about this island that you're sort of liking.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I don't know if I was liking it much out there yesterday until I crossed the line, but yeah, I seem to be able to do well here.
I was sort of surprised when you went off in the swim. I was like, okay, Lucy and Lauren are going to take off, but Lauren was back, and it was you by yourself. Was it harder to swim by yourself, or were you just used to that?
Yeah, I mean, I said in an interview before that Lauren's very polite when you swim with Lauren. She'll be behind you, but she'll never ever tap your toes, so you don't even know she's there. So, yeah, it wasn't until we got to the turnboat and I had a quick look back and there was no one there. So I kind of thought, okay, we'll head down, we'll just keep going. And yeah, I don't know what had happened to Lauren, so it was a case of I'll have to do all the work on my own this year.
Well, and the nice thing is it's not like there's any secret to your plan. Your plan is to go as hard as you can for as long as you can. And you probably didn't know right away that Daniela had some, the jellyfish things. So you're just going for it. And when you're looking at the leaderboard, did you have a sense, or did you even get a sense for how far back she was early on?
So when I was climbing up Palani on the bike, someone shouted saying Daniela's 10 minutes back, and I just laughed because I thought, oh no, they must have got that wrong. That's definitely a joke. And yeah, I didn't realise obviously Daniela had got stung. So I mean, my normal thing is to just go as hard as possible and get as big a gap as possible. So I never really normally look back. I just think, right, head down and go.
And we talked about this the last time. Your progression as a runner. You just keep getting faster and faster and faster, and 3:05. You have to be happy with that after coming off the bike where you did.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm always kind of working hard normally on my own. So for me to be able to run a 3:05 here, it's quicker than last year. So yeah, I'll definitely take that. And yeah, we've got to just keep building on that and see those times coming down.
Yeah, what have you done? Because a lot of times when people come in from a swim bike background, you can pile more mileage on, as you said before. You used to swim 100K a week swimming, and cyclists will ride 300 to 500. But running, you can't do that. You can't just pile on mileage. You have to be really, you have to be practical about it so you don't burn yourself out. How have you built to the point where you're getting faster and faster without burning yourself out?
Yeah, I think I'm very lucky where we live. We've got amazing trails. So a lot of my running I do on softer terrain. So that's really helped, I think. I mean, previously when I've had injuries, a lot of my running was on hard concrete pavement, and that's why it was too much impact for me. So I think the ability to have built that up on softer ground has really helped. And I mean, I've got a great local running club that I can go and run with whenever I want in the forest. So I think that's really helped, and it's kind of made it a bit more social as well. So it doesn't feel like a chore going out and running all the time.
So you run with a group?
Yeah.
Makes a big difference. When you come in second here 2 years in a row, I mean, the first time you're ecstatic, right? You're like, oh my God, I've never raced here before. I got second. Is it that same feeling this year, or is it feeling like, okay, I want to win this thing?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a born competitor, so I definitely want to come and win here. But, I mean, the times we produced yesterday were just so crazy fast. So, yeah, I'm overwhelmed again to come second with that kind of performance. If you told me I was going to do that time yesterday, I wouldn't have believed it. So, yeah, I mean, it's a great kind of benchmark, and it means that I'm going to go away and work even harder again to try and come back and win here.
Did you ever think when you made this crazy move after you guys were swimming forever, you and Reese were swimming forever, and deciding, okay, we're going to move in the triathlon, we'll sign up for an Ironman, and we'll do that once and sort of get it out of our system. Any feeling that, oh my God, this could become a whole new career for me?
No, not at all. I thought it might be a little hobby. We might have a bit of fun with it, and then we'd probably do a few, and then probably just carry on with our normal life and
get
do
a
normal job.
Yeah.
So yeah, we definitely didn't expect this, and yeah, it's been a really nice surprise.
What was your career path? Were you going to work in a specific profession?
Yeah, so we had our own personal training business that we were setting up whilst we were training for that first Ironman. So, and that was going really, really well, and we both absolutely loved that. But it was kind of the decision of actually we're doing pretty well here as triathletes. Should we take that chance while we're young enough to do it and take the opportunity to see if we can make it as triathletes, or do we continue doing our small business that's going quite well? And we kind of took a punt on triathlon and it paid off. And yeah, I think the nice thing is that will always be there, so we can go back and do that. And yeah, we love anything to do with sport, I think.
Well, and you've built up a clientele automatically just with what you guys have done. You're very young to be an Ironman person, right? A lot of people come from the ITU, and a lot of our top athletes come from ITU, and they don't get into this until they're 30 years or so. Any concern of, because you're running marathons and running half marathons, not running 10Ks and 5Ks, any concern of too much too soon?
I mean, yeah, a lot of people would say that. I think I'm very lucky that Reese is very smart with our training. He won't ever let me do too much. He's very, very strict with that, and everything is very thought through and very scientific. So I think as long as I stick to the plan, then I should be having a long career in this sport. And I mean, this year we've structured everything a lot better. I've had no injuries, and I think that's kind of credit to Reese, really.
And your running has built gradually.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that was probably the mistake in the beginning. I tried to take the same attitude as I had with my swim training, that more is better. And you definitely can't do that with running. You have to be a lot smarter. And my body had never had any impact from running, so it wasn't used to that. And that's probably why I had the injuries in the beginning.
And how did you feel during the run yesterday? Would you have some low points?
The run was probably my favourite bit, actually, which surprised me. Towards the end of the bike, I was thinking, oh my God, why have I picked this as my job? It's the hardest thing ever. And you've got a marathon to run when you're feeling tired at the end of the bike. But I got on the run and I just felt really good. So I managed to just stay relaxed. Reese was shouting, just run your own race. And I was like, okay, yeah, I can just run my own race and stay relaxed. And yeah, I did feel really strong on that run.
How hard is it? Because you're sort of on your own during that bike ride, right? Especially you. You're out there. There's not a lot of people out there. It's just you, head down, helicopter overhead. And then you get to town, and now there's thousands of people cheering. And is it hard not to stay in control and just go running really, really fast?
Yeah, you get such a massive lift when you hit Alley Drive, and the crowds there are going crazy, and it's the first time you've really had that lift because, yeah, as you say, the bike's very, very lonely, so you really do have to rein it in. You're normally looking at your watch thinking, oh my God, this is too quick, you need to slow it down, and you're feeling so good and so fresh at the time somehow, and then it does hit you later on in the run if you're not careful.
So you have raced Daniela a few times now, and she's won all of them at this point, and you have pushed Daniela, and she'll admit that. Lucy is getting better and better, and I love that because we're pushing each other. Does she push you?
Yeah, definitely. I think the thing is, if Daniela wasn't there, I might have come into the sport and maybe not had someone that I'm always trying to be and always trying to kind of live up to. So it's definitely probably fast-tracked my career as well, having that person out there in front. So, yeah, I mean, I'm someone that loves the battle as well, and I'm sure Daniela does as well. So it's definitely pushing us, and I think the other women as well. The standard is just rising all the time. So, yeah, the women's field is incredibly strong now.
You're not just pushing the women. Yeah, because the guys realize that there's a good chance you're going to go buy them in a swim, and then Daniela's going to go buy them in a bike, and then both of you are going to go buy them in a run. So you're right. You guys are changing the game, and that's a great thing.
Yeah.
Are you feeling like, because again, as a swimmer, you can be a little anonymous.
Yeah.
Now you have a bigger platform, as well as when you're swimming, you're doing a 10K swim. There's no one to talk to, right? How much more fun is this than what you were doing before?
Oh, so much more fun. I mean, even on the run, I was running with one of the male pros and we were actually talking. So it was like, oh, yeah, you can never do this in swimming. So you're able to actually give each other encouragement whilst you're out on the course. And I mean, all of the age groupers running, they're all supporting you as well. So yeah, it's very unique and I really like that.
What I love about the sport is it's not you against the other person. It's really against you and you against the course. And I think that's what makes the sport so unique.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And then the other thing, when you're talking about, you're trying to make the Olympics, and there's a internal pressure that you don't know if you'll ever get past that. With this sport, when you're racing the best in the world and Daniela, and then you're seeing the later in the evening, you come back and see the 15, 16, 17-year-old folks, and you realize how important the finish was for you and because when you're a high-level swimmer, you're not swimming with age group people. You're swimming with, you're swimming with just the best pros. Here, you've got the gamut. How fun is that? Just seeing other folks out there and just seeing how much the sport means to them.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. I mean, they're the real heroes, the ones that are out there for 15 plus hours. I mean, I know.
Is that unimaginable?
Yeah, there's no way I could do that. I think, they're just incredible. And I mean, the stories, there's so many amazing stories in this sport. So, I love the uniqueness of that you can race as an age grouper with the top pros in the world. And likewise, we can see those age groupers giving it their all as well.
Second place yesterday. Please give it up for Lucy Charles. Poncho Man, take us out.
Shoots. It's Lucy in the skies with diamonds. It's Lucy in the skies with diamonds. And I say to myself, what a wonderful world. It's breakfast with Bob. Chee-hoo.
Poncho Man.